Alrighty, hello. Happy Tuesday, October 7th. Gonna talk about today's recap video. Sorry that I haven't been posting for like the last, I think it's almost a week and a half. Kind of just been out of town and just busy with some stuff. But I still been trading. Last week was fairly good. Actually, I'm still fairly green. I think I only took 2 losses within the past 2 weeks. 3 losses within the past 2 weeks, which is really good, in my opinion. And even then, small losses at best. But anyways, talking about this morning, right? So this was my drawing. Tuesday, October 7th. All right, what did I see? What happened, right? So basically, I was looking for it to hold support over here, and then as soon as this, but then I noticed these wicks, and I was like, okay, basically, I'm gonna make this my little zone, right? So my little resistance zone. So instead of holding it, because we see wicks to the upwards to the up area, so that would mean ideally there's a lot of weakness in this area, right? So if you will, so I was looking for it to come back. Basically, let me just get rid of this. Actually, I'll just keep it for this purpose. As soon as it came a little bit up, I took a sell. I literally had a perfect entry. Ideally, I wanted to see it come here before we would bounce back up. I was really looking for this. It just seemed like perfect. And, market opening, it literally tapped it. So this white blue line, or sorry, this dotted blue line is where I took profit. Honestly, today and yesterday, I mean, the market has been just absolutely just dog shit. Um, on my broker, how much points is this over here? 18 points. And my broker, that was just 10 points. I made 10 points, but thankfully I'm using at least a decent. Yeah, I mean, I'm using a .09 lot size, right? So that was $87 in profit. Now, that's pretty rough, to be honest, man. All that risk and everything just to be $87 in profit. But I mean, at the most, that was just $20 in drawdown, right? Which, I mean, again, you guys got to think about it. $9 per point. It was like $19 to be exact in drawdown equity. Um, it was all right. I mean, I want to take more trades, but either way it went, I just didn't make sense. What I was hoping for a sell off never really happened, never really gave it to me, and the next thing you know, we were just chopping this area, and then she finally went down. What, say 7:15, but we had a day full of news, so at that point you're kind of just gambling, right? So let's go back yesterday. Yesterday was a much easier day. I actually really like the setup, but when Monday start off like this, let me actually do this right. So it came up, came up, came up, came up. So ideally, I want to see it hold support over here, right? And then I also noticed that we came over here. Let me just get rid of everything. We came down here, holding support over here. So again, now we're back in the zone, right? We're back in this zone basically right here, right? So keep a close eye. This, and plus you see this little wick, so this would be perfect, like right here basically, right here. Basically, this would be your little great support zone, right? Now, if it goes below this, obviously it's gonna be resistance, but as for the most part, it made no sense why we would dump below this. So for the most part, it makes sense that we're gonna be expecting a final push above all this, right? So ideally, I was looking for a break of this little zone on the top. I didn't even think it would hold. In that zone, I really did think we would get a, you know, immediate push up, right? So, and then the 6:15 to 6:30 came. It was perfect. It literally wicked it. And then I noticed this little wick, and I was just kind of. It just looked so weird. I mean, again, I was looking for this, and I adjusted my stop loss and profit to basically like half 50% of this position, And next thing you know, we just got another small push up, and that's when I took profit, and then she just dumped, right? So, um, ideally, I mean, if we just break this down on the 1 minute time frame, and my Wi-Fi right now is giving me problems. That's even better. I'm still out of town, man. But oh shoot, my Wi-Fi is not connecting. Sweet. So yesterday, what happened is, as soon as we got the final push up, I adjusted my stop loss. I didn't even close. I didn't even have time to close the trade. It just literally had a little poof up and it just came down. So I got closed out somewhere like right here, to be honest, right? So, uh, but that was still a great almost 25, 26 points yesterday. And when we came back over here, uh, actually it was this one. It was this one. When we came over here, I knew that since we had early tester back in the zone and we weren't exactly pushing, and with that massive wick, uh, you know, I already knew we were gonna break the zone, so I took a sell over here. So buy it first, sell over here, and since we weren't breaking this, I was like, you know what, it's just gonna crash. Took a sell. For the longest time, she was holding the zone, so that wasn't easy. I think that was just a 15, 16 point sell. So Monday, yesterday was actually a good day for me. Just really weird and just bizarre, right? I mean, again, just think about it, right? So we're holding over here. Again, we're just holding in this. We're just consolidating, right? Came back up. Now we finally broke it. We're coming down. What's it gonna do? What makes sense? We're gonna hold it. We're gonna break it, right? So it's gonna be holding. And now, why are we holding over here again? What do we want to see? We want to see it hold over here and then dump, or do we want to see it come back down here for it to hold where it did hold previously and then break it? Break both of these zones to the north, to the upside, right? Didn't happen. It was just weird. Just weird. Man, yesterday was weird. Today was honestly a lot worse than yesterday. But I think the setup yesterday was definitely my A+ setup. That's what stings about yesterday's performance, or yesterday's results a little bit more to me, to be honest. And then today, while I was bullish, but then that Wix was telling me a different story, and immediately when I was thinking of clicking buy, she literally broke it, and I wasn't even surprised. I just knew it. So as soon as she came back retesting, I took a sell. Right, with only 2 points in equity or in drawdown, it can't get anything better than that. So hopefully, this video does offer you some insight of what I think about, what I look at, how I trade. Obviously, I haven't really been making these type of videos as much, so my apologies on that. As always, you know, for the remainder of this week, especially if you're still trading, you want to lower your lot size, right? You want to play it safe. So as always, like in all my videos, peace, love, and cheers. Thank you.